Boom, boom. This is Ken Ready. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we're going to be solely unrelated up today, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so as you can see, I'm up to 14 billion. So now continuing to move up. I mean, it's a little bit slow process. It's going to accelerate here once we get Hugh and a few other things after that. I'll be talking about those a little bit later. What the current plan is. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the basics. So it is the weekend. So as always, of course, you want to make sure that you participate in the active wheel, as always. Okay. I've spoken about it numerous times, so you can go back and look at any of the previous videos and talk about that. But we've also got time limit develop, and it's going to be able to enable you to get your hands on the first SSS beast, and that is the Ying Chaos Bird. I do have her. She's exceedingly good, actually, for what for being the first, being the first SSS that we've got right there. What's really nice about her, and I'll show you that, is the fact that you can actually really jack her up her inheritance. Okay, so this is the Yin Chaos Bird. Okay, now if you transfer here, as you can see, I've already transferred her up to tier 11. And this is done by utilizing SS shards. Okay, so I had a huge stack of SS shards that I wasn't using because I'd already maxed out all of the SSs. Or they were in chests that only had like 4 of the SSs, and there was another SS that needed to be, that I might need to actually enhance. So I couldn't use them. They were just sitting there in my actual bag, just waiting to be used, doing nothing. As you can see, they're now all gone. And the reason they're now all gone is because I cashed all of them in. It was like close to 1,000 and stuck them onto the Chaos Bird and inherited up. So this increases the inheritance skill. It's up to, as we said, it's up there. Every 20 seconds, the Yin Chaos Bird attacks Wind of Stars, dealing 1.7% damage to all enemies. Okay, and then knockback, which is an exceedingly skill. This is going to help protect the backline, because when you're knocking them back, they can't get into the backline. So I think this is going to be an exceedingly good bird for PvP. If you're looking to, you look at in one of your PvP teams, she would be excellent. And it's going to be excellent for any type of PvP or PvE based, where you're going up against a non-stationary target. For instance, it's not going to be that useful inside the sect, boss, because that's just a statue. So I mean, it would deal the damage. The 1.7 times damage to enemies will be nice, of course, but you're not going to get the knockback because it doesn't proceed. It doesn't move. It's a stationary target. But it's not going to be very effective on the treant either, because the treant just, is a tree which just basically, is rooted there. So, but you're going to see this inside of the actual Ascension platform. This would be really good because there's, they're running all over the place. So having knockback and stun would be really good for that as well too. So any type of, and of course PvP where you're going up against another team, knockback is going to be a second. The only thing I'm not is it says every 20 seconds. Now, I'm not sure what that means in terms of, is it going to like do one immediately and then 20 seconds later, then another one 20 seconds later? Do I have to wait like 20 seconds before it actually kicks back? Okay. So if the fight ends quickly, but if the fight's ending that quick, then you're really not going to need the benefit of this either way. So you got that. But then it's got protection attributes. Protection attributes are the actual protection when you apply it to a character. So this is what the character is going to get in terms of stats. Okay. So, and then this tout is on the Protected Soulmaster. So that means when you apply it to somebody, I have not applied it to anybody yet. It's going to be going on Hugh whenever I get Hugh. I'm probably going to go ahead and stick it on I might stick it on tank standard, so I'm not sure I'm going to stick it on as of yet. Uh, because it's not even, I haven't even been able to star it up yet. I just got enough of the shards to actually summon it, and then I got 10 extra shards which can be used. So as you can see, it gets pretty good stats attack wise, 372%. Okay, so you definitely definitely want to look into putting it on. Putting on it increases attack def, so it can be utilized on anything, but you definitely want to use it because that's a pretty big jump. But this is only effective. This is only going to affect the character that it's assigned to. Okay, so as you can see, protect. So this is going to be whichever soul master I would assign it to. Okay, is the one it's going to protect. So let's say if I stick it on, okay, SS. Let's stick it on clear sky and see what happens. Okay, so, and we got a plus. So it definitely benefited just by putting, even though it's not rated, it's still got a huge jump, and it was enough to bring my soul force up. So that's how powerful these birds are. That bird is just, that was a maxed out scorpion. But remember, the scorpion was the free one. That was the first beast that they gave us. Was the scorpion. Excellent, beast. But and this is, that was fully maxed out, fully upgraded. And this is, well, I don't think it was quite enhancement. It's close to maxed out. But so I just putting this on just gives me that much of a boost. So that tells you how strong they are. So even a non-upgraded SSS beats out an SS. Okay, and it probably beats out an SS plus up until about the second or third star. If you get 2 or 3 stars on an SS plus, you're probably going to get the benefit, about the equivalent benefit of a base SSS. So yeah, so that's where we're at in terms of that. That's not meta. Don't quote me on that, but that's generally the way these things fall. But you can see it clearly massive boost to that. So now Clear Sky is going to get all the benefits on that, from that beast now that it's protected. And it was enough to take him from here in soul power all the way up to here in terms of soul power, which is fine. He is an attacker. He's not going to be here much longer. In 6 weeks, he's going to be gone. We will be replacing him with Hugh. Everything on here will be jumped onto Hugh. Except I might have to do that because Clear Sky's melee, Hugh's range. So I'll be adjusting hidden weapons and whatnot, making sure I have ranged hidden weapons. You always want to make sure that it doesn't really matter exactly which item you use. Just make sure that it matches. If you're going to, don't put a ranged hidden weapon on a melee character. Okay, you're still going to get some benefit from it, but you want to get maximum benefit if you match it. So I always make sure that I put a ranged hidden weapon on a ranged character, and a melee hidden weapon that's used for melee combat on a melee weapon. Okay, or on a melee character. Okay, so just make sure you try to match those out. Other than that, it's not that, just put, what you've got in terms of upgraded and enhancement is what you want to make sure. So as you can see, that was a huge jump. So this is an exceedingly powerful character. So definitely want to do it, and you should be able to make it today. The actual is inside the Soul Beast. It's inside of the time limited sale, and it is right here. You should be able to get 20 shards. I only needed 10. I decided to go ahead and buy all 20, even though it did put a little dent in my diamonds, but I went ahead and bought all 20 so that I could get that, and I'm well on the way to making it next. I'll be focusing on this right now, starting to do enhancements, starting to do, devouring and whatnot, and enhancing it up because of how strong it is. So yeah, definitely want to equip that as soon as you get it. So make it, equip it. Other than that, there's really not much else going on. There's a Spirit Soul event up, so participate in that. You get a chance to get some of the actual tokens If you look inside the time limited sale, there are some Martial Stall tokens. I'm going to be purchasing these. Okay. We've still got another day on it, so I was going to wait until tomorrow to do it to see how much I had. Soul Beast Invasion to get some of the Awakening Branch. You always want to get this Awakening Wood, which is good. This is useless to me, but it's not useless anymore. And the reason is these are the characters that you use the shards on these to inherit that triple S we just got. But you have to max it out first. Okay? So you have to max this particular. So choose if you want to apply those shards to the bird. You've got to put it on. You got to put these shards towards an SS, one of these four that's already maxed out. Okay, you won't have the option if you put it on, say, octagonal ice grass, but she's not maxed out. Those shards will go towards upgrading her. They will not be available to inherit onto the bird. So make sure that you put these shards on a bird, on a character that is already maxed out. I've already got all these maxed out, so I think I might not have the grass maxed out. Let me see which ones, but I always put it towards the Phoenix because I know the Phoenix is maxed out. Let me see here. So I can put it on the dragon. I can put it on. No, I can't put it on the dragon. That's SS plus. So I can put it. I always put it on the Phoenix because I know it's maxed out. So maxed, not maxed, or is she maxed? She might be maxed. She's maxed. So I can put it on any one, and it will now apply. So when I purchase the chest and apply the shards to one of these four characters, any four, and then I'll go to the bird. So I'll then apply the chest on these four, then go to the bird, then go to transfer, hit here, and I'll see these shards available right here. Okay, and that'll be able to do that. So I've only got one more inheritance to go on this particular, and then I think it transfers up. It's already clear. I've already cleared one. I already cleared the first 6 because, like I say, I had literally had like 1,000 shards just in chests, and I just cashed them all in. That's one of the reasons I was holding on to the chest was because I knew that eventually, a lot of times when they make a triple S weapon, a soul beast, they allow you to utilize the shards of the previous 2 to give it an enhancement boost. So I knew I was probably going to be able to use them, and I am. So just cast them all in, okay? And you'll see, but yeah, it gives you a big boost each time you do it. So that's why it's so massively powerful. So even though it's not even 1 star yet, it's still not even starred up. It's still hollow. It's still like a 4 million increase in BP, just like that. So definitely want to put that on there. I've got it Spirit 11 because, like I say, that's what the inheritance is from the transfer. That's the spirit that it's talking about. Inheritance tier 11. So yeah, so like I maxed it out as much as I could. So and I'm definitely going to utilize it. So that's up. So make sure you do get the bird. That's the first one. It's the only one. My assumption is we'll see one more. They'll probably give us 2. I don't think they're going to give us a full 4 like they did on the SS Plus. They might, but I think we're probably only going to get 2 because there's not another one in the pipeline at the moment. So look for one more, and then probably we'll get 2 SPs. Okay, that's what I'm assuming. Because remember, the next character up next week we'll have Zoo. That'll be Zoo's second event. Okay, another week or 2 after that will be Zoo's final event and the release of Who, which I will be getting and maxing. Then we've got Who. After Who, we've got Oscar. Oscar is the last triple S. So we've got 2 more characters, Hugh and Oscar, and that's it. We go to SPs. Okay, so we'll have to see. Which leads me into my next phase. What am I going to do after Hugh? Well, after Hugh, I want to get Hugh and I want to max her out. By then, I'll know what shards, mats that I have left over that I can then put forward to my next character. I was originally going to go ahead and focus on bringing up Ling Ling. That was the original decision. I wanted to bring up a character, not an attack character, because after I max out Hugh, I'm going to be a little bit low on attack mats. So I'm going to need to build those mats back up because I will be adding an SP attack into the team. I was originally going to probably just, when I was finished with Hugh, whatever I had left over, I was going to dump into Ling Ling. But I decided not to do that, or it's on hold because Oscar's coming out. Now, I know a lot of people give Oscar a hard time. I sort of did give Oscar a hard time. But you got to understand that Oscar was the first healer, the first SS healer that they released, okay? Remember that all of the first generation releases are the weakest, okay? They're base, that's get base amount of skills, base stats. The reason Oscar was so underwhelming is because they came out with Yin. Yin is still the second best healer in the game, well, third best healer in the game. She's behind Ling Ling, of course, and she's behind Rong Rong, of course, who's the SS plus. But yeah, Oscar was immediately overshadowed by Yin right here. So he sort of left everybody's consciousness pretty quick because Yin was the best healer when she came out. So don't give, now this Oscar is going to be a triple S Oscar, and he's going to be the last SSS, triple S. Now, if they follow the suite, it looks like they're following the suite. And the SS characters that came out, the SS pluses, Siga Tang Xian and Wu were the last two that they released. Wu and Tang Xian are significantly stronger than Rakasha Bibi Dong and Sea God Bo, who were released earlier in the phase. Okay, they're significantly more powerful. The last two, it seems as they release the characters, they get minutely stronger, not enough to affect the game, but enough to make it noticeable. You know, Wu and Tang Xian are noticeably stronger than the previous SS pluses before them. They're doing the same thing, it looks like, with the triple S's. Because Hugh is already being labeled the SP killer. She's already being labeled as being able to easily eliminate SPs, which is the next tier of characters. So she's the second to last. Then Oscar is the last. So I'm really going to be fascinated to see what they're going to do. Oscar should be the strongest healer in the game. And I got a feeling you're going to see a lot of attack on him as well. So that's why I'm not going to go ahead and focus on Ling Ling immediately. I want to check it. Like, we'll see for it. I mean, the day that you get Hugh will be the release date for Oscar. Okay, so we'll know pretty much that at that time how good Oscar is going to be in terms of his skill set. So we'll be able to get an idea of what he's like. And then if he's just comparable to Ling Ling, or if he's not that much, not that much of an effect, then it's possible to go with Ling Ling. But I'm probably going to end up going ahead and bringing Oscar into the team. But I want to see a lot of support. Okay, I want to see an attack percentage increase, speed increase, attack speed increases. I want to see useful increases in my attack speed and things like that from him. Okay, Oscar's never been big on the attack. However, if you watch the anime, his ascension was quite he actually got some attack. I was really actually surprised. So I'm hoping to see that translate into the character. I think we're going to. I think that's why they put him last, is because you're going to see I think you're going to see what you saw with Inmeng. You saw a tank with a buttload of attack. Okay? And if I can get that, a little bit of healing and then a buttload of attack from a healer, go for it, because it's different soul rings. That's the key. They don't give you enough. It's really difficult to get the soul rings for, if you have 4 attackers, you can't build them up in a relatively quick time, because you just can't get that many soul rings. There's only so much stamina that you get. Okay, and you can't. You know, if you utilize it all, then when another new character comes out, since we're doing this from a free-to-play perspective, you have to be a little bit more selective, and you can't just go all in immediately because you might make you might end up, you know, causing problems. You can get some of it back with the regeneration, of course, but you know, it's just best to just be good. So what we're going to do is we'll take a look. If Oscar could give me some attack from a healing platform using healing soul rings, I'm going to go for him. Okay, Ling Ling's good. She does offer quite a bit of support, not so much in the way of attack, but she does offer good support. But I'm expecting we're going to see healing and attack and support all from Oscar, because he is the last triple S that they will be introducing. Okay, and then after him it's SP time. So we'll have to see, but that's the current plan. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll get Hugh here in a few weeks. Okay, we'll start. It'll be another, you know, so it's going to be about 6 or 7, about 8 weeks. We should have her in a couple of months. She'll be replacing Clear Sky. I'll take the equipment that's on Clear Sky, put that onto Evil Eye, and then pull that max Soulbone, almost max Soulbone set off of Evil Eye, put that on Hugh. She'll roll into the front being the top attacker. Okay, so we'll have Evil Eye, we'll have Who, Siga Tang Xian, and we'll have In Ming. Then they'll be releasing Oscar. Okay, Oscar will be ranged. Okay, he's a healer. He's going to be ranged. You never have to worry about a healer being a melee character. So he'll be ranged, which is good. I want to replace Siga Tang Xian with a ranged character. So I'll be able to, if he replace Oscar, so we'll have Oscar, Hugh, Evil Eye, and In Ming will be a 4-team of Triple S characters. Then it's map building time and soul ring building time as we focus on the SPs. Most likely, Evil Eye will be the first replacement in terms of an attacker, an SP attacker. Okay, it might be Oscar. I don't know. It all depends on what Oscar offers. Okay, but it will most likely be either Oscar or Evil Eye being will push them out with one of the SP characters, because I assume we're going to see SP characters are going to be significantly higher base stats and stronger, and then of course we'll move them into the support characters. I'm not really focused on the support characters at this point in time because they're going to be changing. But as you can see, it's BB Dong, Wu, and Ren. So at the particular time, okay. The reason BB Dong is ahead of Wu is because BB Dong, it's a lot easier to get. There's 3 SS plus shards. There's a base chest that has 4 shards in it. Okay. Then there's a 6 chest, which is the second chest that has BB Dong in it. Okay. But to get Wu, you have to get the max 8 chest. Okay, the max 8 chest has Wu shards and Tang Xian shards in it. That's the only way to get those 2 shards. I've been focusing on Tang Xian. Tang Xian is now maxed out, so I will be focusing those shards onto Wu now, but I'm just starting to do it. Okay, so once I get those shards, Wu will move in. She'll probably be in the support column for quite some time. But BB Dong's, you know, near max. She might be actually maxed in terms of her God skill. She is 1 away from being maxed. So she is at 4, while Wu is at 1. That's one of the reasons that BB Dong's a little bit ahead. I also like BB Dong because she has excellent survivability. She has like a mortality. I mean, I'm serious. She can just like disappear, and you literally can't attack her. She even outlasts some of the SS's, Triple S's Evil Eye inside of the sect boss, not the boss, the actual other. I always forget its name. The tyrant. She actually outlasts in the tyrants because right before she's going to die, she like disappears. and you can't target her. So the tyrant goes on targeting other characters, and sometimes she'll end up Evil Eye or one of the others will end up dying before she does. And then she comes back and she's alive because she disappeared. So she has excellent survivability, which is one of the reasons I like to utilize her. So that's, yeah, so she's a pretty good character. For those of you just starting out, you might want to consider looking at her if you're having survivability issues. Okay, so we've got that. So it's the weekend, as I've said. So remember, look for the tree. Look for the tree. Right there, the tree. All right, so we are in the life tree. This is what you want to do. Okay, you want to make sure that you do this so you can get the chest for the SS plus Immortal Herbs. This is the only way outside of special events for you to get this. So you will be able to, every single weekend, get these actual things. As you can see, I'm currently at the top, and that's because I've been hitting this exceedingly hard because I want to get this chest, and I want to make sure that I get as many shards as I can, as well as the tickets. I'm looking to book up the tickets. Plus, it has the full, this is the chest I was telling you about. This is they have a 4 chest, which has 4 characters in it. These, yeah, okay. Then they have a 6 chest, which adds in BB Dong, okay. And then they have the final chest, which adds in Wu and Tang San. This is that chest. So being able to get 25 of these each week is excellent for Wu, because like I said, Tang San's max, but I'm going to start on Wu. So yeah, so that's where we're at. And then you can enter these other zones right here, and you can do battles. Okay, and you can like fight and rob them, okay, of their of life energy. So that's what you want to do. Just participate in it. You can only stay in for a certain amount of time, okay? So when you go in, it only lasts for a certain amount of time. You can only enter twice, okay? So like I'm going to enter right now, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to attack somebody in here, and you can rob their, let's attack Bigabong, and attack him, and you can take his yield, and you get that. It's 2 teams, so you need to make 2 teams. I know, I would prefer if they would just make it 1 team, but you know how they are with this stuff. They like to make it as difficult as possible. So you need to make up 2 teams, and then you do it. You can skip it. So I got it. So I got all of his energy from his tree. That will go into my tree of life, giving me more. And you can also go up here, and you can start getting items from here as well too. I'm not too happy about the fact that they are utilizing breakthrough stone packs. I got so many breakthrough stones, it's ridiculous. I don't need these. So I've got like a bunch of the chests, which I'm just holding on to them right now. I mean, as I start to max out the rings for my Triple S, I might need some of the breakthrough stones, I'll be honest. So I'm holding on to them. The chest doesn't expire, so you can just hold on to them. I'm just got them in the chest right now, in my bag, and I'll hold on to them, and if something opens up right here, then I'll utilize them, okay? But as you can see, it's for breakthrough stones. I've got like, that is 161,000, and that is 55,000, so I might need a little bit of the ring, but that's 161,000. That, once you start getting up into the higher levels, it starts to go quick, but that's still a large amount. Okay, so not going to need that at this particular time. Still building up my rings, 16,000. I'm pretty much where I need to be. Because I'm going to be, I'm going to be focused on Hu, so I'm building up my attack mats. So that's where we're at. That's probably enough building up that. I'm going to start now building up my healer, because I'm going to be taking either Ling Ling or Oscar, probably Oscar, but they're both healers, so they both use the same soul rings, and they both use the same mats, so that's what I'll be looking for. But we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, so that's it. So definitely make sure you participate that. It's in the Grandmaster match. Just look for the little tree in the background there, okay, and that's where it's at. But go there, because that's the only way to get those. Another way to get those shards directly only other time I've seen that chest is in certain events. It's not all events. Okay, it hasn't gotten to that point yet, which is surprising because they have released SSS herbs. Okay, they've got these right here. The Thunderclap Nether Vine, the Mountain Snow Lotus, and the Nine-Hearted Begonia. My assumption was that when they introduced these, I was going to start seeing chests for these a little bit more common. But up until now, we haven't. Now we have. Now we're going to see them common each week. That Tree of Life runs Saturday and Sunday every weekend. Okay, it's not just occasionally; it's every weekend. So just make sure you participate in it. It's not quick. It's very quick. Jump in your server. Okay, that'll guarantee you to get some shards. Okay, but if you go into the other ones and do a little bit, increase your life energy and stuff, you get more shards. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. But you want to make sure that you jump in at all times. Yeah, and go like that. So just jump in, let it run, and it'll automatically kick you out. If you log in again, jump in. Either way, but definitely do it. Spec speed race is up. We're still in second, of course. This is pretty much always when we are. It's in second. Shadow Blitz right here. So, but you know, it's a chance to earn a lot of diamonds. So make sure that you get into a sec and participate in that as well. So that's pretty much everything. I just wanted to let you guys know what my plans were. That I hit 14 billion, and definitely go ahead and get the Chaos Bird and utilize that Chaos Bird once you get it, because you'll see a big increase in your BP. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. Kinder, coming at you from the corner, signing out.